Hey guys, I'm Salome.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Samantha, and we are
Heavenly Laughter.
So let's get into the Bible verse for today. So we're looking at Ephesians 6, 7 through 8. It says, "Serve wholeheartedly, as if you were serving the Lord, not people, because you know that the Lord will reward each one of you for whatever good they do, whether they are slave or free."
Whoever they like that.
It's just such a good verse because since our topic of the day is talking about serving others and just like the importance of having that servant's heart to be, again, back to intentionality. Be intentional in your actions and how you choose to do something for somebody else.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
And then there's two main aspects we're going to be talking about. It's going to be serving God and serving others around us.
Yeah.
We don't have to go into depth about serving ourselves because, guys, we don't need to be talking. But
Put yourselves last.
Me
I know.
first. Like, no, right.
Put others
Relax,
before
guys.
yourself.
Guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put others before yourself.
Exactly.
I like that in the beginning of the verse it says to serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord.
Yes.
So I like to think of that, I've said it before, as if he was right in this room, right next to you. How would you be serving or how would you be acting, you know?
Like, because yes, you can serve. Like, say you're serving in the nursery and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to change a baby's diaper. I got to deal with a screaming kid. Like,
That's so
what?
funny. Yeah.
But no, like, you have to say, no, I get to serve and I get to be there for these kids, to be that light for them and to encourage them and just be a happy, smiling face.
Right.
And also
Like-
when you're doing children's ministry, you're also helping the parents out because they get to sit
Yes,
and
that's so true.
listen to the message.
That's perfect.
That literally is. Yeah. Going to our next part of this, let's talk about more about what the Bible specifically has to say about serving or like having a servant's heart. So
I'm gonna look at 1 Peter 4:10 because that's something that
yes.
I remember
Awesome.
reading.
Such a good verse.
Yeah, and it says, "As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace." And we talked about before about something that I do at church and how I like to use.
a lot, but
Yes.
we like to hyper
She
up.
drums.
Yes.
She's
Yeah,
so
a
good.
little
That's what we got to
drummer
hype her
girl.
out.
Not too much.
A little drummer girl.
I always like to say that. Like, I need to get you a shirt that says that,
Yes.
dude.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is not my little drummer boy. It's little
Can you
drummer
remember
girl.
yours for just a second? So real quick, little drummer boy, that reminded me
Oh,
of it
stop
for
it.
King and Country.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
Bring that up.
I
Yes.
think this episode should be going on April 24th. So April 26th for King and Country's movie Unsung Hero is coming out. It's absolutely incredible.
Oh,
I got
so
to go to an
cool.
early screening of it.
Jealous. I'm so jealous.
It was so good. I was literally sitting there. I was like, oh my gosh. So we already know. We talked about this before. I love for King and Country. But, like, you guys have to go see this movie.
I 100%,
It's so
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's the story of, like, how incredible our God is with, like, his
That's so cool.
the plan he has for our lives, even though we don't see it, and like the trials and tribulations that we face. It's just such a good movie about their family story and everything. So I highly recommend Unsung Hero coming out on
Sounds
April
good.
26th. Go see it.
You gotta do it.
Go, go, go.
And sorry, Samantha, back
No,
to you.
yeah.
No, that was so good because I definitely like. I want to
It
watch
kind of
that.
correlates.
So good.
It's
It's
the
kinda
drumming,
correlates.
you know, it correlates.
Yeah, the little
Serving
drummer
others.
boy, they do that
Absolutely.
good.
Yes, they do incredible.
Very, very good.
When they
Really good.
tour again, I gotta see it. I've
I
seen
kind
them
of
before.
we'll go together.
We
Yes,
should.
we should.
Absolutely. My mom and her best friend want to go. We're all gonna go.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Let's Show us on a minivan. Let's go.
I've seen Little Drummer Boy live twice. I would see that
Oh, I
live
love
so
that.
much. It's so good. I love them. Their songs have just like, again,
Tier. And
so
they
many good
teach you
anthems. I cry.
Priceless. I love that song.
Priceless. Oh my gosh.
To the Dreamers.
To
Oh,
the Dreamers.
yes.
And
I
what's the other
love
one?
that one. It's so
Together is
good.
one of their newer ones.
So good.
Like, they have a-
Relates. That
yes,
one's so
Relate.
good.
They have Unsung
Gosh,
Hero,
look at us
the
right
movie
now.
and the song. I know, but the song makes you cry every single time. It's just so good. And once you see the movie, I think it's gonna make you cry even more. Okay, I'm sorry.
But hey, it correlates to what we were saying.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely,
But
always.
yeah, 1 Peter 4:10. That was something that I remember looking at before I started using my
You guys.
my talent, my gifts, to worship Him, but also to serve Him, because this whole thing's about serving. But Salome said that we were gonna kind of split this up between serving Him and serving others. What I like to think about when I'm serving is I'm doing a little bit of both.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
good.
Not a little
yes.
bit, a lot of both. You
yeah,
know,
you're doing
Yeah.
good. Split it in half. Yeah.
because most importantly, I'm serving Him. I'm using my talent. I'm using that gift to serve Him on that stage.
Yes.
But second, I'm serving others because other people get to listen to me and listen to the other people on stage
right.
to guide them in worshiping
That's true,
Him as
yes.
well.
So
And
it really
even
does
like,
help.
sorry, even
no,
like
go.
the people who plan, like the worship team,
Yes.
they need you to be there so that way they
Yeah.
have that spot filled and
That
they
makes
don't have to
sense.
worry about
Yes,
it. So you're
right.
helping, you're serving them
Yes,
as
as
well by
well.
helping them get their team together.
That's
right.
so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even me with like doing production a bit.
Yes.
Like I do like the lyrics and the sermon notes. Imagine like no sermon notes, guys.
People would be lost.
Like even like with the
Yes.
scripture, having it on the screen, even if you don't have it and like you have your Bible and stuff, like how are you gonna remember the lyrics of a song?
Right.
What was your first
Right.
thing?
Because hear me out. We know a lot of songs.
Yeah, but
as
like-
soon as you tell me to sing it without the words, I'm like,
That's when I close my eyes and I just have to start praying in that
just
moment because I'm just like,
Like, oh no, the screen's went black. What are the words?
even though you know the next word coming up in that song, but you're like,
No, right? Like my brain
I
just
actually
goes
don't know.
wink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And no, but in that aspect of you're serving and your great talent of like drumming, and then everyone else, like for example, our pastor, like he has the gift to
Yeah,
preach.
because
Yes.
looking back at 1 Peter 4:10, the first part literally says each of us has received a gift.
Yeah.
So how are
Yes.
you using that?
Ooh,
You know,
that's
like how are
good.
you using that to serve him and serve others?
Right.
So like what you're saying, you use it beautifully with those amazing
that'd be
slides
so
and all.
funny.
She does
Yeah,
it really
you
good.
keep everybody
Press the next
going.
button,
She
guys.
does it so good. You don't just do that.
know,
So
I know.
even.
You gotta be on
Yeah.
time. You gotta be paying attention
you're
with
right.
it.
And not
So
that,
you
that
got it.
you have to plan things out for
Thanks.
people too. And
Yes,
then
you do.
Serving in the children's ministry and there's
Oh,
so many
yeah.
different ways to serve.
I know we all have,
and I
right?
think I brought it up in another episode, but the way people serve the greeters,
Ooh,
that is
right.
a talent as
You
itself.
gotta smile
For
at
real.
8 a.m.
Oh
Not
my
for
goodness,
me.
that is a talent. Everyone picking up like even,
Yes.
like the money they move it around at some churches
Right.
or
Yeah, or the
whatever
small
the
offering bins in the back.
Right.
Yeah.
Or then there's people that sometimes they'll pass out Bibles, or they pass like the little communion.
Yeah, the
cups
communion
and
cups.
things.
Yes.
Even,
Or-
like every aspect is just
Yeah.
perfect.
Because everyone has their specific talent or their gift that
Yes.
Jesus specifically gave them in order to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember we had to do our membership class or whatever recently,
Mm-hmm.
and the pastor, he was like, if you don't want to serve here, you should find a different church because you should be doing
And
that.
it's
You
not
should
you
not
should be serving.
you should not just
Right.
be there just to receive and nothing else. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, and it
You need
sounds
to be pouring
blunt
back
in the
into it.
moment, like, but he didn't mean it in a bad way where it's like you're not welcome here. No, you're welcome here, but think about the fact that you're called to serve the Lord.
Yes.
You're not
Yes.
just there to listen and that's it. You're done. Bye.
You're there to
Have
receive
lunch.
for one day.
Right.
and that's it.
Exactly.
Lunch, bye.
Bye.
And our pastor, he said he calls them our dream teams.
Ooh.
Like
That's
every
nice.
person needs to be doing something and being a part of one of those dream
Yeah,
teams to
that's
make
good.
sure everything is like functioning together.
Yeah.
Everybody has their spots and their plans. And even one thing I think a lot of people forget: the security teams.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness.
So right, for
They're
real.
keeping us safe. They're
Guys.
keeping everybody together.
And the
'Cause they are
pastor.
great-
Yeah.
Because
Keep the pastor safe.
it keeps the pastor safe because
Yes.
Some of them are like undercover.
I was
dude.
gonna say some of those
Yes.
people are out here being crazy, and
Exactly.
we don't need that in church.
Right.
Like, don't try and come in and be silly.
bring
Right.
that somewhere
For
else.
real.
All right?
Yeah.
Not in this holy place, please.
Not in
We can
the Lord's
forgive you,
house.
but guys, don't let that happen in your.
So just all of the teams that work together to make everything
All
flow
adds
for
up.
each church service.
Yeah, the people that make coffee in the morning too. You know, like
Oh my gosh,
random
yes.
guys.
There's so many different ways I feel like you can serve, and then having that servant's heart, but
Yes.
feeling not like it's a burden, like oh my
Yes,
gosh, I have
I
to serve
have to
again.
do this.
Like,
Exactly.
how can you be intentional with it?
Yeah, and there's something you would eventually feel called to do, and if you're not
Yeah.
even sure like where you fit, I recommend that most churches they'll have like a class that you could go to where it's
Yeah.
like get to know us, get to know our church, or
Yes, get connected. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, like how to connect, how to like serve,
Yeah.
and you can
Where you are talented in, or
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
there's like
And I'm
yeah.
sure that even like there's somebody on staff at the church who can say, hey, like if you want to talk to them, be like, hey, I'm not sure where I want to serve. They have like people you can reach out to.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they'll talk to
Oh,
people
yeah.
like, okay, like
Go
what
on.
do you like? Where do you think you'd fit the best?
Or even in
And-
missions, because that's a big
Absolutely.
thing that a lot of
Yes.
churches
Oh my
do.
gosh, so good.
That's
Yeah.
something so amazing. I get chills always thinking about, like literally leaving your home, going to a different place, and just speaking His word. That takes a big heart to serve.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
you're
much.
the
A
hands
big
and feet
heart.
of Jesus right there.
Because
Yeah.
you're think about it. You're leaving home. You're not getting paid doing anything. You're
That's
paying
true.
to
You have to
help.
raise money to
Right,
go.
You're
Yeah.
raising money to do that, and that's just a big servant's heart. I can't wait to do that.
I have the
Yeah,
utmost
one day.
respect for any and
Yeah.
all missionaries. They
Right, I
are.
want to.
yeah.
I want to do that.
one day would be
We should
so
do that
good.
with 3. Anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's
That'd be so
fun.
fun.
Right, right. That's beautiful though.
and then also thinking about serving. Why should we serve?
Well, I mean, one thing that I want to say is God is our teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He sets that example for us for why we should serve.
Yeah.
So for example, Samantha and I, we want to be teachers. Okay.
Yes.
The same way that he put that gift into us to like serve like the future generations and then teach them and guide them. He just put that into our lives for a specific reason. I mean, I don't know
Yes.
the reason. I don't know why I'm good with kids. I just am.
They just
But-
gravitate towards us.
Right.
What can
We
we
always
say?
get asked that question. Are you sure? I don't really like
Are you
working
sure?
with
What
kids.
about the pay, guys?
See,
Stop.
we were
Guys,
given that. We were given that.
Exactly. We're given that gift.
Yeah.
that heart to work with kids
Exactly.
and
Yes.
to just love on those kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the reason behind that, because we should be serving the Lord. That's like
Yeah.
Point blank. Period. Yeah.
Like-
like-
Point blank period.
Like, and it
Absolutely.
sounds like a random answer, like why? Because
because you should.
that sounds like something like a parent would say. You know, you can't do that. Why? Because like
And even though you want to have the reasoning behind it, no, just because.
No,
And
right.
because my mom said so. Like
No, right, it's
that's
not
the
funny.
excuse. You're
well,
gonna say.
instead of
Your
saying my
parents
mom said so because Jesus said so.
yeah,
Amen.
Or because
Yes.
the Bible said so.
Right.
So
and
there
like
you
you
go.
guys
And,
want to
oh,
be teachers, and for nursing, that's how I feel like I can be the hands and feet of Jesus, like praying for my patients, working through them, serving others through that way. So
Yeah.
well, kids, because I want to be a pediatric nurse.
Right, right.
Besides,
Yes.
just in general, like it just is how you can serve others and have that heart to be like, no, I want to care for you, help you out, pray for you, whatever.
Exactly. And then there's a Bible verse. It's Psalms 100, verse 2. It says, "Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before Him with joyful songs." It literally says there to worship Him,
With
that-
gladness.
With gladness,
Yes.
guys. And that goes into serving Him. You want to have that desire to serve Him, not feel like it's that burden. That's like, oh man, this again. Oh,
Yeah.
it's Sunday. Let me go open the doors. You know, like
Right, because it shouldn't be a burden.
No.
And
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact reference, but what is it? His yoke is easy and his burden is light. Like, you don't need to feel burdened by going to worship him and serve him.
Right.
I understand there's so many things that
Yeah.
happen in everybody's life that you're like, oh my gosh, like I have so much. This is all going on all at once. But it shouldn't be a burden. And
Right.
it goes back to like your attitude and your intention behind how you're acting and like what you choose to put your perspective on.
Yeah.
and we get to like serve Him forever.
Oh my
Because,
gosh, yeah.
Like, guys, one day we're gonna be in heaven.
Isn't that crazy
Like,
to think
woo!
about?
And like we get to enjoy Him, obey Him, just be with Him,
Be
for
with- be in
eternity.
His presence,
and that's
yeah.
just something I'm so grateful for. So grateful
floor.
for, so blessed to like just be able to receive Him. So serving Him, that's the least I could do. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it really is.
I feel like that's like bare minimum. Like I should be doing more, you know?
And then how can you serve joyfully towards others, especially for those that might not even appreciate it? Like, how
Well,
can you do that?
that's
And
tough.
not just
Yeah.
serving at church.
Right,
like,
right.
And
That's
think about how
general,
you're
at work,
serving
yes,
right,
everywhere.
in
like
daily
not even
life.
just serving Him, serving others around you.
Something super simple, because I know you're probably want to start talking about
Right,
work.
You're so funny. I was
She was
I
on
want
with that.
to talk about traffic again.
Ooh.
And maybe not even traffic, just the
What are we
road in
doing? We've been
general.
talking about traffic a
See,
lot.
I got you, but here,
We have a problem, guys.
it'll make sense when I say
Pray
it.
for us.
Serving others, throw that blinker on.
Yes. Stop fully at the stop sign.
And guess what's great? If somebody needs to merge, let them.
Yes.
Because, you know,
Preach,
if we're just-
preach.
I'm going to give you a little traffic lesson right
Yeah,
now.
of course.
So
yes.
a stop sign, you know, do that full stop, 3
Yep.
seconds, then you can't get blamed
Ooh.
for a ticket for a rolling stop. I always
Exactly.
stop, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
And a blinker and emerging, you know you got to merge. You see the sign that says lane ends? I see the sign that
Right,
says
we
lane
both
ends.
see it.
Everybody let one car in,
Right.
everything goes
Yep.
smoothly. When people try to be funny and like, say no, this is my spot. I'm not letting you in. Just let one car in.
Exactly.
Then
That's
we
how
have
you
a
serve others.
Amen.
Just
Zipper
let them
method,
in.
one after the
Zipper
other,
method.
guys.
But that's
Then
how you
would
can
we have
serve
so
them,
much
'cause
traffic?
What if
No.
Right? What if somebody needs to go somewhere super quickly, but since
Emergency.
they're stuck in traffic,
Right.
this person's they couldn't let them merge.
What can
Why
you do?
not?
And we're serving them
You
by
can help
showing them
them.
that kindness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always love to say that the Lord tests me through people in traffic.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, Lord,
Very much.
please, they're going so slow.
It's-
I ain't got places to
It feels
be.
like every time I just hop on the highway, you're just like, oh my gosh.
Anytime I get in the car, are you kidding me?
There we go. You're right. Honestly.
Even if I'm not the one driving.
For real. And that's even just driving. Then let me say this about work. So we work at a cafe bakery. What do you call
You're
this?
going to say a
What-
Catholic school. I was
don't
like,
say
what
which
are
I
you
won't
saying?
say where, guys. Some okay. I won't
People
say
know,
where,
but anyways.
we work
You were about to
somewhere-
say, you already said where you live, so you got to
You're
watch
right, literally,
it.
guys. Whoa. But because where we work, we have like a lot of customers, and of course, isn't that obvious? Oh, sorry. We have to serve those customers. I mean, I'm not saying we like
Physically serve them.
physically
Like,
have
here's
to
your
serve them their
drink.
food.
Here's your
Here,
food.
drink
Here's your food,
this
yeah.
out of- eat this out of this spoon. No, you serve them by taking
That'd be silly.
right.
Treat
You
them
serve
like a
them by
baby.
taking their orders.
Yes.
Respectfully and kindly.
Yes.
Gracefully
Even
and
if, for example, I have folks that just sometimes they come in and they roll off the wrong side of the bed and they're just really upset in the morning.
slept with a hot
And it's
pillow.
like-
Grumpy.
And in my mind, automatically, I think, okay, well, why are you so upset? I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to be here, and it's already 7, and you're here complaining about this and this. But no, I need to serve joyfully to them and
Yes.
understand, man, there might be something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Good
offer
point.
them a free
Yes.
drink.
Oh my gosh, so nice.
And then in the midst
Yeah.
of the moment, like, I'm just like, oh, I'm really
like, right here,
agitated.
take my drink for the
But,
day. Like,
here's a little free drink for you. Like, it's on me.
It's on me.
Here's a
I
little
got
treat.
you.
Have
Here's
a
little-
better day.
Sometimes, like, if it's lunchtime and some of the kids are riled up, instead of getting upset at the children because they're all crazy and touching the glass and doing this and that, I can tell the parents are getting a little agitated. Here's a free cookie for the kiddos. Split it
Aw,
up
yeah.
among them, you know?
And think about what a difference that's making in their day.
Exactly.
Like just that little bright
Helping the
spot. That could be
parents.
exactly what they
Yeah.
For
needed
real.
then.
And it's serving them joyfully, guys.
Yeah.
And it can be so tough in the midst of it. It really is. Like, and I always say, I've never done this, guys. Please, like, I've never done this. But I make people's food, and I think, man, they're being so mean to me. What if I was the kind of person that would spin?
Yes!
No.
You never know.
And I
always
get so
I
scared.
worry about that.
What if somebody dropped the spoon on the floor and they just gave it to you? Here's this
Right,
spoon
and it's
for
like,
you. You never know. Never done that before.
No, right, guys.
I was gonna
once
say,
again, we've
that's
never
Jesus
done
in
that.
my heart. No,
we have
thank you.
never acted like that people should be doing that to us.
Exactly.
But I'm like,
Yes.
you know what? They could literally do whatever
Exactly.
when you give me my food.
So that's why it's just so important
nice.
to be like,
Being kind to others too is
Yes,
such a
very
big
much.
thing. That's a big thing.
that's
just
a
be
great
kind.
example.
Just be nice. Treat others how you wanted to be treated.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel like
Moral of
that's
the story.
almost just something you
A
always
waitress
hear
at a
as kid, but
restaurant,
still.
make eye contact, say thank you. Like
Yes, use your manners.
People
I
are
tell
yes,
first graders
use
to use their
manners.
manners.
people
So
are
if you're
living
an
life.
adult,
Like
please and
there's
thank
no
you.
need to be rude. Like like there's no need.
And that's exactly like that's a
Exact-
simple way to serve others. I'm not saying like you're feeding them, spoon feeding them, like serving them by being kind,
just being nice,
showing
a
the joy
smile.
that you want to
Yes.
receive, guys. Like
It goes back to like you should look different as a Christian. You should be like, no, I am happy, positive, joyful.
Right.
Again, not all the time because
No,
we get it.
right.
Things happen in
Right.
life, but like you just have to treat people kindly.
It's important to serve the Lord, to show His love to people through service. You know.
Mhm.
that's so
And
true.
like what you said, like even though people might not know what whoa,
You got it?
people might not always appreciate it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You just have to still say, you know what? I know that I was kind and that I
Yes.
did my best to serve them with a joyful heart and be glad. And I was intentional about, you know what? Even though I might have been having a bad day and you were having a bad day, I was still kind to you, and I put myself last and put you above how I was feeling.
Right. And then also when you're serving or when you're the way you're acting, it should reflect Him. And by reflecting Him, others get to you kind of are planting that little seed in them. Like, how should I be acting?
Yes.
Like wow, she's awake right now. She's like super excited, whatever. She's happy, and it's like 5 a.m. How is she happy? How can I be
I've
like
had
that?
customers say that like when I'm awake that early, and they're just like, "Wow, you're already so awake." And I go, "Well, I mean, sometimes in my mind, I'm like, I gotta
Gotta
fake it
do
till I
it.
make it. Sometimes, like, I'm
Amen.
not wide awake, but I make it. I'm not saying like being completely fake.
Don't be
person.
fake,
I'm
yeah,
talking
we
about
got that.
in a way where because I'm convincing myself to stay awake and be happy, I am eventually gonna get there and be happy.
Yes. Faith it till you make it. Just have enough
Faith
faith.
it, I
you
like
get-
that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Have enough faith that you're like, no, the Lord's gonna get me through the day. We're gonna be fine. No matter what
Exactly.
happens, I have that faith and hope in Him, and just keep going about. See
And how you go
see
through
it rolls.
situations and like
Mhm.
there are people at work that know that we are Christians, we are believers,
Yeah.
and just to show that. How can you show that? I want them to be able to leave the day of work and be like, wow, I really respected how our bosses today were like this today.
Exactly.
Yes. Like, how do you look different than how they're?
Like, how do you
acting
show
when
that?
things
Right.
Are tough?
Yeah.
in simple ways.
One Bible, we always say. Did you see?
Right,
We're
that
all
was
in
really
tune
good,
with
guys.
that.
Let's do it one
Look
more.
at us.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
You guys, why do you guys listen to this?
So funny.
But again, we like to laugh. We said that.
Exactly.
We
Heavenly
want
laughter, guys.
to heavenly laughter. We want to spread the Lord's joy through our laughter, through what we can talk about.
Yes.
All right. So, a Bible verse that I have is Mark 10:45. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve,
Yes.
and to give His life as a
guys.
ransom for many. So.
It literally says it right there.
That's
in the
literally
word.
In
Jesus.
the Bible,
Yeah.
direct quote,
Yes.
word for word from the Bible. So I'm sorry if you're saying Jesus came not to be served, to serve. I think I should be able to serve others.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, point
Bare minimum.
blank,
Point
period.
blank, period.
Literally,
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Jesus came to serve others. There's so many different examples in the Bible. Like so many.
Yes. I'm sorry. When Jesus washed the disciples' feet,
Oh,
Right.
yes.
like he took that step.
Would you
down.
want to do that right now? Maybe not.
But
Besides the point. Besides
Right,
the
that's
point.
what
But he
But
did
he
that.
did
That was him
that.
serving.
Put himself last. He
Yes.
put others above himself. He was like, I'm gonna wash your feet. I know that
so good.
you have a respect for me, but I'm gonna show my love for you. That I'm gonna have that respect for you.
Exactly.
It's like if it's good enough for the Lord, I feel like we got to be able to serve. You know?
yeah, very much.
True
and then
that.
Another thing to ask y'all is, what would be different in if our focus is on the Lord when we're serving instead of on people?
Oh, that's so. Oh my gosh, that's really good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Mainly that because we. Man, it sounds kind of funky, but when we find that joy in Him, we serve Him because of Him and His goodness.
Yes.
We find that joy to do it. For
Like,
others.
oh, he gave me the opportunity to be working here.
Yes, there we go.
Like, he gave me the opportunity to be earning even
what I
money
mean.
here. Like,
Yes.
there's people in different places that literally do not have the chance to work. There's no such
Right.
thing as that. Like,
Right.
he gave me the opportunity, so I should be serving him. And by serving him, I'm helping others.
Yes.
You know, it leads to that. It should start off with him and then lead to serving others, if that makes sense.
Really.
No, fully, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why, like, our foundation is, my life is built on God. He's my
Yes.
center.
He's my hope, my
Remember
firm
that song,
foundation.
Firm
Yep.
I love that song, guys.
It's such a good
Credit
song.
cards and Chandler Moore. Yes. But anyways, like, our foundation is on Him, and because of that, we have that joy in our day-to-day lives. And then it also helps build foundations with friendships.
Yes.
It builds our good foundations and the way we work, our work ethic, and the way we do school,
Oh
The
yeah.
way we do
and-
everything.
and the way we
Yeah.
talk, think,
Yes.
just act
Yes.
as humans.
Yeah.
You know? So that is specifically like how we can put our focus on the Lord, and then with that through, serving others for
Yeah.
sure.
Right, and because our focus is on that hope, on the joy that He gives us, we can be more joyful in our actions and attitudes towards others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have to, like, again, take that mindset and, like, that perspective that, no, I'm not serving you even though you're being grumpy. I'm serving the Lord through how I'm serving you.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. I feel like it's always should be up with him. So what is it called? Is it vertical?
Yeah, good job.
Vertical.
job.
Yes. Thank you. I'm not that great at math.
Horizon like a sunset.
So
Okay.
it's vertical
horizontal,
first,
yep.
vertical with him,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
then horizontally with the people with you.
Mm,
That
I
was
like
very
it. It kinda
good.
makes a cross. I like
Yes.
that.
I like that. That was
Oh,
good.
that wasn't even on purpose,
No,
but
but I like that. Guys, move your hands up and down. That's the top.
That's vertical?
Down,
Vertical.
and then side to side, horizontal.
horizontal. You
Boom,
just made a
make
cross. There you go.
Awesome.
But yeah, but it first should be up and down
Yeah.
with him,
Right.
serving through him, and then it'll lead horizontally with
Yeah,
the others around you.
That's really
Yes.
good. I like that picture. Yeah.
And again, serving looks different for everybody based on the gifts that the Lord has given you. But you can always find a place where you can serve and where you feel like the most connected
Yep.
and like in tune with your gift and what He's given, what He's laid on your heart to be serving others. It'll like highlight what you're good at
Yeah.
and how you can be intentional towards your actions with others.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be with like your future careers in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you, whether you do or don't go to college,
Yeah.
that's a choice. That's perfectly fine. I mean,
Exactly.
But like it leads to just your future. Like what
Yes.
do you plan on doing with your life?
Mm-hmm.
And
Do
not
we-
even what you're planning. What is God
Oh, what is
planning?
God-
Right.
Exactly.
Let's take a step
And it's
back. Good
important
job.
to
Yeah.
have, like
What
to
does He
pray
want?
to Him and ask
Yeah.
Him, and
Mhm.
maybe even converse with others like that have been believers for a long time, and
Yeah.
asking them like, "What do you think? Like, I
Because-
just don't know what to do right now. What
Yes.
do you think?"
People who have been walking longer than we have so much knowledge
Oh,
and
for sure.
experience.
Wisdom. Oh my
Their
gosh.
Yes,
wisdom.
and I
Yeah.
It's
just
always so
love to
good.
be able to like listen. I'm like, oh my gosh,
It really
you
is
are
so
so
cool.
right. It's so good, like to hear your perspective on
Yeah.
life and everything that you've been through on how like serving and just like anything in the Christian walk.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I do want to go to our question of the day now. It is, how can you incorporate serving others into your walk with Christ?
When I think of that question, I just think about how often
Mm-hmm.
you can try to serve. It doesn't have to be a daily thing. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be a weekly thing. I'm talking about like church wise, like
Right.
Oh, okay.
At the
Yeah, I was
church.
gonna say,
'Cause
further than that,
we
you
were
can
talking
serve
about
at-
serving every day.
Right,
yes,
right.
yes. But specifically, if you were to do it at church, try to maybe do it once a month. It's
Right. No, it's
Yeah, you don't have to-
listen.
yeah.
You're not getting paid for it, and that's okay.
Right.
But
it's
but
not supposed to feel like
your
a
payment
job.
is literally
Right.
serving the Lord.
Exactly.
If that makes
Ooh,
sense.
I like
Mhm.
that.
Thanks,
That is
thank
good.
you.
It's that
I
joy
made
of
that up.
serving Him.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
But it sounded
That's
good.
great.
Anyways, but I feel like you should make time for that and kind of just put it in your schedule
Yeah.
once a month.
And so manageable. Like think of how many hours and days, whatever you've got.
Yeah.
You can for sure make once a month work
Yeah.
in your schedule.
And
Yeah.
I know personally, we always had instilled in us like for our father, like he's a pastor's kid,
Mhm.
so he was
PK?
always like, yeah,
PK.
PK. He always served, and he put that into our minds,
Mhm.
into like our day in our lives every Sunday to. Not only like sit there and like receive, which
You're
is very
right.
important.
Yes,
of
'cause you
course.
have to be
always
fed.
you need to be able to receive,
Yes.
you need to be fed, but
Make time to
you
serve.
need to make that time to serve. And I know recently we've been part of like a church that like recently planted several months ago. But I felt like I had to serve every single Sunday.
Mhm.
And then eventually my mom stopped me and now she's like, Salome,
You're
You don't have to do that. You're
get,
gonna burn
like,
yourself
don't-
out.
you're gonna burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And I'm over here saying that to Samantha too. Like I know you love to drum, but like don't
you
burn
can say
yourself
no
out.
sometimes.
Like,
Yes,
she's
and
allowed
I have.
to say no.
I said
She
no a couple
has.
times.
She
Good
has
job.
recently, so I'm really proud.
Yeah.
But don't feel like you need to be serving every single second of every single day at church.
Mhm.
Because guess what? There's other people there
Right.
too.
They want the chance to serve
Exactly.
too.
So
Yeah.
give other people that chance. That's
Mhm.
good. Yeah.
once a month, twice a month. If for some reason they ask
Exactly.
you every week, cool. But give
And
yourself some time to
Remember,
also
it's okay
receive.
to say no to.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
important.
Because you can always say no. Like if it doesn't work in your schedule, or if you're like, no, I really honestly
Exactly.
cannot.
Right.
Let somebody else have the chance. It'll be fine.
Right.
They'll get it all figured out. That's what they have the whole list of volunteers and people to serve
Exactly.
to.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
I think I've said this before, but like as soon as I could be serving in children's church, I've been serving
did,
in children's
same.
church. I
We
love
were
to be able
little,
to work with the
we
kids.
did it with
Yeah.
our parents. Well,
Mhm.
Our mom had to be
and
there.
I, yeah.
Literally, our mom had to be there. We were still
Right,
we
we're
were
still
children
kids.
ourselves.
You needed a legal adult.
Right. We were 11 years old, taking care of like.
Not even. We were like young. We were like
Yeah.
9
Yeah.
years old, and our mom had to be there too because we were
Right.
taking care of the little walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
It sounded like
I
zombies.
just
No,
cute.
I'm sorry. Not walkers like zombies.
No,
Walkers like
I'm
babies.
talking about
Well, that was what? Okay.
You have to watch The Walking Dead. And
No,
then,
I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
I'm
Never
fine,
mind.
thank
She's
you.
like
It's
scary
so
stuff.
good. I'm sorry.
Okay, you
off
guys
topic,
know
let's do
I
it.
don't do anything scary. Like I don't need to say anything creepy because what should I be putting in my head?
Oh, that is
Damn.
there. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Don't drop
Thank
it.
you.
Don't
Bye.
actually, don't. No, but that's so good. Yeah.
I think that we kind of
Just
did
like
that.
you can
And we
do
would love
daily
to-
or just how you act towards others.
Yeah.
Be nice. I know we've said that a lot, but like just be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through.
Yes.
Everybody's always facing a battle that you know nothing about,
For
and it's
Exactly.
so
sure.
important that we are just kind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like no matter what, just be nice to people. You want people to be nice to you. Be nice to others, and
Yeah.
like you are serving them through how you're acting towards them, being kind, like a smile, whatever you can
Yes.
do
Yes.
to be
Oh
nice.
my
to
gosh, your
people.
hair
A
looks so
smile
nice
can
today.
go a
A
long
compliment,
way.
a little
Compliments
compliment.
are the
Even
best.
in reality you are upset or like
You're
you
so
feel
tired,
so
you're
angry, you're
done.
drained, or just anything, try to say like one nice remark or
Yes.
anything, even if in the moment you're like, oh, I don't really feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Just try.
Is it could lighten up that person's day?
Exactly.
Like imagine they were having the worst day ever. They just did not like that day. They didn't want to
Right.
wake up the day,
That
whatever
could-
it was.
that
That
little
could have
compliment
easily
helps.
brightened the
And then by
Absolutely.
making them happy, it kind of in turn makes you happy because
Yeah,
you're like,
she's like, oh my
wow,
gosh,
this,
they
like,
love
you're like,
that.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I need to say that again to someone else, you know?
Right.
Like, it just
And
makes, it feels good.
It like starts that chain reaction of like, oh my gosh, I can be nice to them. That made me feel better. Let's
Yeah.
keep being nice to
And
people.
then you find true joy with that. Like,
Yes,
not
that
just like a
servant's
fake
heart.
joy. You're
Mhm.
just like finding it for real.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And again, just having that servant's heart to put others before yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
the bottom line. Treat others how you want to be treated.
Yep.
Serve others before yourself. Like do what
Yes.
you can be doing.
All
I know
that.
we said it all,
Right.
but it's just so good.
Perfect to recap, though. I love
Oh,
that.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say a quick little prayer
Yes.
just to wrap us up and thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to serve you and serve your people. Because I know sometimes we get so burdened, but just to be that light for others and have that attitude of, I'm going to put them before myself and be able to be involved and have the perspective that I get to serve others. I get to serve you. And help us to be more intentional about our attitudes towards others and with serving. And I know I say it every time, but please help us to honor and glorify you through everything that we do. Thank you so much for all the blessings that you've provided in our lives, and help us to be more intentional in how we serve others and the opportunities that we're given to serve. Thank you so much in your son's precious name. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. So to end off the episode, we would love to hear you guys' answers to
Mm-hmm.
the question. So how can you incorporate serving others into your walk with Christ? So go ahead and answer that. You can answer it on Spotify. I think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Ooh,
There's a
I
section
didn't know
there.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
I actually added whenever I upload the videos on my bad our recordings it lets
Not
us put
videos
the,
yet.
no, right, not yet. It gives us like the option to put questions, and if you guys can submit that to us.
Yeah. So you can answer it there. You can answer
Yeah.
on the website.
Yeah,
Solomon
that's
made.
so true.
You can answer even on our Instagrams, Facebook, all that.
Yeah,
Just comment. We would
just
love
have a
to
little
see
comment.
answers.
Yeah.
Because I promise, we're monitoring, we're looking at it.
Right.
Yes,
and
and
we would love to reach
every
out
day.
to you.
Oh my gosh.
We talk all the time. So,
Yes.
like, we want to have that feedback,
Hear from
interaction
you,
with you
For
guys.
sure.
Yes.
And even swipe up on a story. That
Swipe
way,
up on
like
a
you
story,
don't feel.
comment on
Yeah.
the
Even
TikTok,
if you don't want to make it
whatever
public
it is.
on like a
DM
Instagram
us.
post,
Yeah, you don't have to.
We are
We get it.
always looking at everything. So please comment. We would love to see that.
We're always
Do
waiting.
whatever you want to do to get in touch with us.
Very
we
much.
post almost every other day pretty much, like on our socials.
Yeah.
And we are going to be posting every week now on
Yes, every
Wednesdays. So
Wednesday.
keep an eye out for our next episode too.
And remember what you guys are doing. Unsung Hero, April 26th.
Yes!
Woo! Yeah. Okay,
Watch
yeah.
that.
Put that on your calendar, y'all.
Right,
Please.
right.
It was
I
so
already
good.
Put it on mine.
It sounds like a good movie, yeah.
All right. Well, everyone have a great week ahead. Hit it, Samantha.
Okay.